Hi friends, so if you like fisherman soup and you're not a fan of seafoods just like me, let me show you how to enjoy your fisherman soup without all the seafoods. So we're going to start by boiling our protein. For this particular recipe, I'm using goat meat because of course that's my favorite. So we boiled our goat meat. I went in with seasoning powder, salt and onion. When I cook that and it come to a boil, I add my stockfish fillets. I put a lot of it because I really need the taste in my soup. So I went in with the stockfish. At this point, I'm already boiling my snail. I've washed my snail, removed all the slime, and it's already boiling at this point. So we'll proceed to add our fish into our meat. Put a little water and let that boil very well because we need the flavor from this stockfish also. So we're going to let that boil for like 5 to 7 minutes. So let me ask a question, right? The only dried fish that comes to my mind when I want to cook soup, any Nigerian soup, is stockfish. Am I the only one, or is it an Igbo mentality, or maybe that's how I was brought up, or maybe because I so much like the taste stockfish gives my soup. So whenever I want to buy dried fish for my soup, all that comes to my mind is stockfish and maybe sometimes catfish. So catfish can just be an addition because normally it just scatters in the soup, but it gives your soup a good taste. But the main fish I usually use for my soup is stockfish. Am I the only one on this table? So we're going to go in with our palm oil. Also going with our thickener. The thickener I'm using is Ofo. So I went in with my thickener, added salt, added seasoning powder, and then I will cover the pot to boil very well. If you don't let your thickener mix very well in the pot, you're going to see lumps. So once you put your thickener, make sure you turn it and you cover it to boil for like 10 to 12 minutes. So everything will be properly combined. You don't want to open your soup and you'll see lumps of offal in your soup. That will not be nice at all. And that will not prove that you learned from the best, which is Ami Blaze. So please, when you're going with your thickener, especially either offal, achi, ukpo, I don't know what the English name is, but there's something called ukpo, yeah? When you put it, always cover your pot and allow it to boil very well. So this right here I'm using is Ofo. So when you put it, you can see it's already forming lump. But if you don't cover your pot and allow it to boil very well, at the end of the day, you see lumps in your soup. And I'm sure you don't want that. So when you cover your pot and allow the thickener to dissolve very well, you open it and then go in with your snail. Remember I said we have pre-cooked the snail. We've pre-cooked the snail. We washed and pre-cooked. So at this point, we went in with our snail. You guys, fisherman soup on a budget. And fisherman soup, if you don't like seafoods like me. So when you've added your snail, you give everything a thorough mix. You taste for salt to be sure the salt content is okay, because we don't want to eat raw salt. It's not at the end you start tasting for salt. That's the point you taste for salt. So if there's any need to add, you add salt to adjust the taste. So you allow that to boil for a bit. There is something the Igbos call okporo. I don't know if there are other people that call it okporo too. And I think that is dried prawns. So I'm going to be using okporo, or you can call it dried prawns here. There's it. So I removed all the bones, or I don't know, those things that are usually sharp on them. I washed properly and just go in to the soup like that. You guys, the taste, the bursts of flavors in this soup. Oh my God. So I put in my dried prawns and give that a really, really good mix. Because I said, we don't like fresh seafood over here. We don't like fresh seafood, but then we want fisherman soup. So if you're like me, just follow this process, this recipe, step by step. So cover that, allow to boil, and then I've gone in with my crayfish also, my blended crayfish and pepper. Please, for this recipe, look for yellow pepper. You guys, Even if you must use red pepper, also mix it with yellow pepper. The aroma yellow pepper gives, you guys, you don't want to be told. Please look for original yellow pepper. So at this point, we went in with our periwinkle. Please be generous with the periwinkle. Can you see the quantity I added? Yeah. Be generous with your periwinkle if you want to get the soup right. So I went with my periwinkle, give that a really good mix, mixed everything together, allowed it to boil for like 2 to 3 minutes, and the vegetable I'm using is ozuza leaf. Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know the name in English. I don't know if it has another English name, but I know the name of the leaf is ozuza leaf. Okay, so I've sliced my ozuza leaf, and at this point I'm just going to go in with a little quantity of ozuza leaf. No, you don't want to put so much. That is not what the soup needs. Just this quantity is fine. Now give it a good mix. There's one thing I like about ozuza leaf. You see the aroma ozuza leaf gives? You guys, I don't just know. It's so heavenly. Are you guys? By this time, my whole kitchen smelled so good. So I just say, let me give it a taste. Oh my God, it hits good. So let me know, are you going to be trying this recipe? I don't even need to ask you. Please try this recipe. Try this recipe. Try it. On a budget, you can see there's nothing expensive in here. Everything is just your regular soup ingredients. As I tasted it, I gave myself a thumbs up. I said, Ami, the soup is the bomb. So I just covered it, allowed the leaf boil for just 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. And my friends, this is what we have. Oh my God, this soup tasted so nice. So thanks for watching. Do well to like and follow. Bye.